We're joined now by political reporter Marcia Kramer. Marcia, the former governor really looked at this as his chance to reintroduce himself to politics. He led the race for months. What happened?
I think that two things. The Rose Garden strategy failed miserably. And secondly, Zohran Mamdani ran an incredible campaign.
Yeah.
Number one, he had an army of volunteers that blanketed the city with posters and palm cards, and they talked to voters. But in addition to that, he was an expert at social media, and he was relatable. He's the guy that when the polar bears decided to jump into the river every year on January 1st, he jumped in with a suit on.
Full suit, yeah.
A full suit. He walked the entire length of Manhattan just the other day to prove that he can walk the walk as well as talk the talk.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a smart campaign.
But the issues, I mean, you had two candidates, Cuomo, Mamdani, about as far opposites as you can get on the issues. Where do we go from here, and which were the winning ones?
Well, I think that the issue for the people was that he was relatable. He was somebody that they could talk to. When you saw him campaigning, he was happy, he was smiling, and I think that they related to that, and he was a person who actually cared. But also, remember this, he thought out of the box. He proposed things that people had never proposed before, like having the city run supermarkets, have free bus service, have a rent freeze. People related to some of the things that he proposed.
What does this mean for the general election? I have to imagine that things are pretty lighthearted at Gracie Mansion tonight, right?
I think probably the mayor's having an extra cocktail.
I don't blame him.
The mayor has said repeatedly over the last several weeks that he would like to run against Mamdani.
Yeah.
And I think that the other thing that's going to help the general election is, A, if Andrew Cuomo decides not to run on the independent line, and that will also help Democratic money pour into Eric Adams' campaign and help him run the campaign. But I want to say one other thing. Do not underestimate the power of incumbency.
Yeah.
Eric Adams still can announce all kinds of programs from place to place. You know, he told me just a few weeks ago, he said, Marcia, remember this, you're going to see twists and turns in this election that nobody could predict, and it turns out he was right.
We just saw one, maybe the biggest for now. All right, Marcia Kramer, thank you so much.
And stay with CBS News New York for all of your election coverage. You can find results on our website, cbsnewyork.com.